Hello YouTube, this is Mark, irishbear 76, coming to you on the 11th of February 2010, the day after a lot of things happened on the CCSVI front. As you know, the radio interview that happened yesterday with me and Susan, ThePennyGirl hosting, she did a wonderful job. That turned out really well. A lot of calls came in, it sparked a lot of interest in CCSVI. I was humbled and extremely grateful for everyone who called and just tuned in and who have supported this radio interview that I did. And I can't articulate exactly how overwhelmingly strongly I feel gratitude towards you guys. So thank you. Special thanks to Omario for posting stuff up on YouTube almost immediately after the interview. Chaos Fear tried to do it as well. Do Not Concede recorded the interview, or got the MP3, set up like a page on Really News, www.reallynews.com, and kind of gave me a section, me and Susan, which it looks really awesome if you want to check that out. And just yesterday was weird because Jamie, mackierojo, from Canada, Jamie, had a TV interview that I watched, and I'll be honest with you, I just burst into tears watching it. Just having him talk about his life and you know, some woman from the MS Society who used to work for a pharmaceutical company kind of was being passively aggressive towards anti-Zamboni in the subtext as kind of a subterfuge of her being a bit of a naysayer, I guess would be the word I'm looking for. And the interview went so fast, and I was extremely nervous, and I left things out, and I apologize for not mentioning Jamie's story, his vlog he's doing, and the progression of his, from getting tested to getting treatment. And the CCSVI group in Australia, I have to say I forgot to put you guys up there. It's not that I didn't have it written down, I was extremely nervous. But anyway, I wanted to clarify some things for you guys today. Just, in case you were worried. With that Buffalo study that came out, I know the numbers aren't staggeringly, overwhelmingly good, but you have to read between the lines there, guys. First off, they're recreating Zamboni's research. They learned it on the fly. I'm sure if Zamboni's team would have looked at the data, the numbers would have been much higher. And also, you have to remember the relapsing remitting, the overwhelming number of relapsing remitting people, which it's a little bit harder to identify. I think some things could be missed very easily in a clinical trial on relapsing remitting. So don't get too nervous. The numbers are still encouraging. Even worst case scenario, people with MS are twice as likely to have it. That's definitely a correlation. So don't get discouraged by that. It's still enough to go into phase 2. It's still enough to open up interest. ABC in San Francisco, I never thought I'd see it, but an American news program covered CCSVI, Dr. Zamboni liberation procedure. So pretty awesome. They're actually talking about it here now. Yeah, yesterday was just overwhelming. I mean, it just seemed like CCSVI, just people talking about it, radio, TV, online, just kind of exploded. So February 10th, 2010, that's a day that'll, we'll remember it. And I don't want to forget anything that I was meaning to talk about. Oh yeah, with autoimmunity, I know a lot of people are talking about autoimmune, and with Dr. Zamboni saying these iron deposits and how it still could be autoimmune. Even with Dr. Zamboni's research and Dr. Zamboni's theory, autoimmunity fits in pretty good. So don't think that I'm saying that MS is not autoimmune, because the iron that gets in the brain and the reflux and the inflammation, you have to think if the blood-brain barrier is broken down, and from the blood refluxing back into the brain, and the blood-brain barrier that's supposed to keep pathogens and white blood cells, killer T cells, beta cells, to keep them out of there. When it breaks down, they get in there. So your immune system, when it sees inflammation, it's going to attack. When it sees anything that's not supposed to be there, your immune system's programmed to attack. So autoimmune response in the human body fits perfectly well with Dr. Zamboni's theory. You don't have to think autoimmunity on this hand or Dr. Zamboni's theory in this hand. It works together. And that's the amazing and beautiful thing about Zamboni's work, is you can reconcile all these things to it. Vitamin D, prenatally and early in your life, and with the severity of cardiovascular complications. Vitamin D, we've talked about the virus of Epstein-Barr possibly. Fibrin, I talked about that a little bit yesterday in the interview. It was kind of nice having a full hour to just unload all the stuff that's been weighing me down, all this research I've done, and look the stuff up. You'll had a question about chelation therapy, and I wanted to say, yeah, heavy metals. They've tried to do chelation therapy with people with MS in the past. They've done it, thinking that there's heavy metals like mercury or lead or iron, and it's definitely something that could happen with Zamboni's work, chelation. So look that up and just, it could fit. So I just kind of wanted to send out a thank you and a great big I love you guys, and just, express my excitement and happiness for everything that's happening. It's really taken hold here in North America. And the UK had a wonderful story yesterday. And it's huge. A huge victory for team CCSVI, Team irishbear 76, Team MS on YouTube community. So hopefully this video here will clarify a few things that were kind of bothering me, that I wanted to talk about more. But we've been invited back. They had a very big response. That radio station really enjoyed the interview and really liked the strong support of the MS community that called. Those of you who called and who didn't get through, drop me an email and that my name is blah, I didn't get in, and I can talk to Susan, the Penny Girl, about maybe when you guys call the next interview to make sure that you get in. Okay, so if you didn't get in, I'm sorry, but I'm so glad that everyone tuned in and has supported me. And special thanks to Omario, Do Not Concede, Lauren for calling in, Andrea, so many people for calling. Chaos Fear tried to get in there, and he was the reverb guy. He was cracking me up. But all of you guys have been a huge help, and you're really building this North American CCSVI society. So hey, we're there. All right. God bless. Take care, and go team.